Oh my god.
Gore, are you
What
okay?
happened?
It's gonna be lit.
What happened was when that reaches him about 5 minutes, I was like, "What? Don't tell me to shut up." Some horror shit. Sounds like he's stuck in some kind of void.
He's calling for help.
I don't get
He's
it.
begging.
So what happened? What happened was basically a certain coin called Ethereum. I'm not the most knowledgeable in mining, so bear with me. But a certain coin called oh god, I don't think he can hear us well.
I'll let you finish this.
I'm kind of interested in this now. It sounds like it's like he's trying to become an electronic void, like a video drum type situation.
Yeah, I think he's trapped. He's trapped in the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, totally gone.
Say hello to Jessica Rabbit for me.
He's like, I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Anyway, so around 2017 into 2018, if I remember correctly, this coin called Ethereum was really profitable because Bitcoin could be mined with graphics cards, but it wasn't efficient because it became too complicated by that point. It was mostly done with ASICs. ASICs are a different type of device, but it doesn't matter right now. So the best cards for mining Ethereum were AMD cards because they have better hash rates, despite them being less power efficient and more prone to heating and shit. But anyway, everyone bought out all of the AMD graphics cards, and so people were still desperate to mine coins. They could barely meet men's meat. But anyway, they're still desperate to buy coins, make coin money. So they started buying out all the NVIDIA cards too. So for a good while, it's basically impossible to buy a graphics card in most parts of Europe and the United States for MSRP until Bitcoin crashed sometime, I'll say the middle of last year.
Oh, that happened, did that?
Yeah, Bitcoin crashed, and because all the other coins are dependent on Bitcoin, they also crash alongside it. And then a lot of manufacturers and vendors realized, oh shit, we made too many graphics cards. So you saw a lot of good deals on graphics cards.
Have the prices finally gone down, basically?
Yeah, they've been fine for a while.
Oh my god, Gore left.
Gore's gone. He died.
Yeah. He got disconnected.
I think he died after all that.
He got killed by the electronic monsters.
Yeah, he got killed by some kind of hidden evil that's in the network.
He was his dad's.
So what I'm thinking the water is when she has money or is ready to buy new graphics cards, she could potentially save money by buying a used mining card from NVIDIA.
Me?
From NVIDIA, but an NVIDIA card specifically, because the reason why is because NVIDIA cards, basically you can't change the BIOS built into them without doing some hardcore shit that no one does. So they're basically run within spec, albeit at a hot temperature. Not a hot temperature, but they basically run to 100% on the fan speed or whatever. But then that won't damage them too much. In comparison to an AMD card, though, people do put in custom BIOS to run them way harder than they could.
So you don't want to damage the GPU.
Yeah.
I don't mind messing around with the settings. The thing is that I want something that lasts.
Huh? Sorry, you cut off. Sorry, you cut off. Can you repeat that?
I said I don't mind buying a used GPU, or I don't mind messing around with the settings, but I want something that lasts.
That's understandable. Well, these days most graphics cards, especially NVIDIA, at least with Pascal, they basically made them so they're very power efficient, and as a result, because of them being more power efficient, they don't get very hot, so that makes them last longer. AMD is a bit more of a risk because they're both hotter, and because people could create custom BIOS to make them run really hot and crazy, on high temps.
Yeah, the AMD ones are the only ones I had experience with, and they all heat up like a lot.
Well,
Oh my god! Almost
Yeah.
hit somebody.
Oh, hey.
And AMD's architecture unfortunately isn't power efficient. Like Nvidia, for the first time with Pascal, they were actually able to create a laptop GPU line that was close to their desktop line in power.
Yeah, they
That-
don't
that
heat
whole-
up as much.
They don't know; they're a lot more power efficient.
They seem like a bit better. Like I used one once that I was similar to the AMD one I used for the last time, and
Yeah, for example,
the graphics
sorry,
were
go on.
smoother on it.
That kind of depends on the model, but in terms of power efficiency, an example would be my 1070 Ti can do 1440p, and usually high frame rates on most games, and it maybe uses 200 watts at most or less when it's under super load. While in comparison, an AMD card like the 580, which is about as strong as the 1060, which is good for 1080p, but that's beside the point. That thing uses around 250 watts under heavy load,
Yes.
despite being weaker. They're not as efficient, but I don't mind NVIDIA. I still have my 200. I still have my 270X, and it does fine. I guess I'll be using more power than I like.
I'd give it preference to something that doesn't use too much energy, but that would be asking too much, I think.
I don't think so. I mean, you just get a.
I don't want
Almost
something
all-
too weak.
It's not about weakness. It's about efficiency. And what NVIDIA usually goes for is efficiency and power. Their stuff is often more powerful than AMD's, while also being less consuming, less power hungry.
I see.
That whole like story, of the graphics card, it took about 10 times longer than it should have.
It did.
Uh,
Yeah,
I was too
Gore,
busy
you alive
hearing
now?
Gorzom getting destroyed.
yeah. Gore had time to die and
did you survive the void?
revive. Yes.
I'm dying right now. I'm waiting for my food.
Good.
Did you at least survive the endless void?
Well,
that you
you
were trapped
survive
in?
it?
I just almost saw someone die in front of me.
Were you trying to talk to us? Because that whole time you were just like,
Yeah, you were kind of just.
it's like
Yeah,
you were
you're-
just like sort of dying. Hilarious.